War has started. And we are hopelessly outgunned.
So I'll be like the 100th person that said, "Nice work, congratulations, awesome movie."
Thank you. No,
it never gets old.
Yeah, it probably.
It's better than something else.
Yeah, right. True, true.
This film is about, you know, the strength of unity as opposed to the strength of the individual. But I think the one thing that Joss got really right about this thing is everybody always says, well, it's based on the comic book of this or the comic characters. You got the comic part right.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Well, that's what I think Marvel has a healthy understanding that you know, you have to blend your action with comedy and your drama with romance, and you know, it's a marriage of a lot of different genres, and that's why these things work.
I like to write jokes. I think they're funny, and I think you learn so much about character through humor.
How desperate are you? And you call on such lost creatures to defend you.
What was it like working with all these talented actors?
Just a bunch of fun. I mean, we all know each other. We spend time together. You know, it's kind of like, you know, putting on your costumes, going trick-or-treating together.
We had a great cast. It was super fun. I mean, all of us were just like, I mean, we've all known each other from past working relationships, and I think we've all admired one another's respective work, and so it was fun to be able to kind of all team up.
Everyone seemed to kind of have a nemesis in the group, you know. Your relationship was interesting with Tony Stark, I thought.
Sure.
You know, like two brothers battling.
Yeah, well, we're certainly polar opposites, you know what I mean? I think, you know, Cap is a little bit more of a selfless guy who's happy to stay in the shadows and serve the common, the greater good. And I think Tony Stark is more modern and more flash and more egoic, and I think they just rub each other the wrong way. But, you know, such is the case in any family dynamic. Not everyone's going to get along, and that's what makes this evolution so interesting.
Well, I know that you can kick butt. We've already discussed that. I wouldn't even approach you in a bar. I would, you know, wave from afar. But I'm curious about your archery skills.
No, terrible.
None.
None, zero.
Zero.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, well, that's good.
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about you ever.
Don't have to worry about me. Never.
How important was it for you to have the audience believe that you could go one-on-one with somebody like Nick Fury? I mean, hold your own.
Yeah, it was the most important thing coming into this role. I trained extensively. I did a lot of boxing, I did a lot of martial arts, I did a lot of training with a gentleman I hired out of LA who trained SWAT teams.
I want to know, how did you take a villain and make me actually feel kind of sorry for the guy?
Well, I apologize unreservedly for confounding your expectations. It's, you know, I just find him such a fascinating character because he's an incarnation of the darkest aspects of human nature. He's the ultimate sort of possession of jealousy, ambition, a kind of self-destructive hatred of pride and vanity. He's so heartbroken ultimately, and his heartbreak has hardened him into a terrifying force.
We really get to see Nick Fury in his own element. I'm curious how the discussions went with Joss when he was putting this together.
Joss knows the world. I know who Nick Fury is. He knows who he is. There's a roadmap for who he is and where he came from World War II up to this, and kind of disappears a bit into the shadow world of espionage or whatever, and information gathering, and losing his eye and turning black. Somewhere along the line, he came over.
Doctor, we need you to come in.
What if I say no?
I'll persuade you.
Do you know that you actually have a cologne? It's called Smash. It's called Smash Be Angry. It's based on the character Hulk.
Come on.
And it not only wears well at work, but the lab or an evening out.
You're kidding me.
I wouldn't
Come
kid you.
on.
Scarlett, you actually have a cologne called the Black Widow perfume.
What's it smell like?
Yeah, what's it smell
Well,
like?
I don't know
Sweat?
what a Black Widow is supposed to smell like, but it does have citrus and fresh berries to create a statement which slowly gives way to a sensual caramel and honey note.
Oh. I love that. That's sassy.
Are you aware you have a cologne? Infinity Formula.
Infinity Formula.
Yes.
Okay.
Infinity Formula. Face danger with something dangerous.
Really?
Yeah. How'd the shoot go the other night?
Don't know what you're talking about.
What? I'm sorry?
I'm sorry, I don't know what you're talking about.
Was there a shoot?
With
A shootout?
Was there really a shootout?
There was a shootout?
That's the
Well, this
closest
is
answer
Los
I've gotten
Angeles.
to anything.
This happens on the streets of downtown LA.
Somebody
This
might have had some
happens.
unlicensed weapons technology, and it was unleashed on someone who was trying to find out about some supposed shoot that was happening, a new scene for the Avengers after the premiere.
For Fandango, I heard.
I scoff is what I do. I scoff.